Dubai. Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Traffic drop. Residents are noticing a decrease in commutes.
As well, Dubai resident charged 280 dirhams for 6 hours in paid parking zone.
We're going to give the tips on how to avoid that. Also, 6 neighborhoods in Dubai are getting paid parking.
As well, 590,000 dirhams space flight from Abu Dhabi goes on sale.
Also, later in the show, we're super excited to welcome Kashmira Motiwalla, VP of Group Loyalty at Majid Futtaim, and talking the benefits of loyalty programs.
It's 264 days since the genocide began on October 7 in Gaza. The current death toll stands at 37,718. The number of injured people is 86,377, and 1.9 million people have been displaced from their homes.
In today's weather, it's highs of 43 degrees. It will feel like 47, and in other parts of the country, actual temperatures peaked at 48.8 degrees yesterday in Al Ain. That was at 1 p.m. Wear your sunscreen, folks. Let's jump right into our top story of the day. Schools are out, well, some of them, and residents are noticing a decrease in commute. So our first question we put to the audience: how was your commute today?
I mean, as you said, not all schools are out. So I would say, like, maybe it's better in a way.
You haven't noticed the drop in traffic?
I haven't really noticed that much, to be honest with you, because not all schools are out.
Noticing these roads are... Well, we put it to our audience, and we've asked them, did you notice a slight dip in traffic this week, as some schools have closed, some remain open until the end of the week? And the answer from the wider audience has been a resounding yes.
Well, so if you're new to Dubai, what we're experiencing over the next couple of weeks is the mass summer exodus, when expat families retreat to their home countries and some Emirati families go in search for cooler climates.
And while this used to be a quiet time of year, we'd actually love to know your thoughts on this. Do you enjoy the quieter time of year, or with the population rising, has the usual summer chill evaporated? Summer now means business as usual. Let us know your thoughts. I, for one, am happy to see a decrease in traffic on the roads. However, people-wise and business-wise and general vibrancy of the city-wise, I don't think we're going to feel that quietness as much.
I don't think so either. However, like regarding like the roads and commuting and so on, I have not really noticed the change and the difference, to be honest with you, as I said at the beginning.
Right.
Because, you know, not all schools actually do follow the KHDA, like, oh yeah, we're going to be ending at this date. You know, some of them may have like the finals right now. There are some summer schools and so on. So it's not like working for everyone. Not all schools go by this date.
True.
I am expecting, I mean, my old school did mention that they will be ending the year in July.
In July. Yeah, and I know the local schools, the teachers are in until middle of July.
Yeah.
So private schools, ADEC across the country, even if the schools have shut for students, the teachers are still going in for still 2 weeks. So there's still that traffic on the roads, but I just genuinely feel like in the last 2 days, my commute home, which for some reason it's 5K, but during peak traffic times, it could be like 40, 50 minutes.
No way.
Yesterday it was like 30. That's a huge difference.
I mean, I don't know, again, because like, you know, it's the same, like it takes me like so long to get home. And it took me the same time.
The road's still the same length.
Literally. And not only that, and I still like in the morning, I just see like school buses, you know, like stopping under my building for students to get in. But I think once the finals are over and once we are like in July, it will be easier. So.
Yeah. So quieter roads, but in my opinion, probably not as much of a quieter city. I feel like people are looking to Dubai even to get those deals, because we know that it's a great place to be in the summer, and I think the city will still feel as busy this summer, which is bucking the trend from the last few years. But roads and parking are a big topic of our show today. Let's jump into our next story.
Do you know, Casey, that there's this Dubai resident that got charged 280 dirhams for 6 hours in paid parking zone? I mean, a Dubai resident parked in a paid parking zone and was charged 280 dirhams for 6 hours. The resident parked in a private-owned parking zone in a Dubai neighborhood for 6 hours. He said he parked from approximately 6 p.m. and came back to collect his car just past midnight.
That's where you need to be so careful. Different to the RTA. These are private parking zones, and because he crossed 12 a.m., the parking system considered that a full day. The fees board does not mention charges for overnight parking. However, when he got in touch with the operator, who gave them the call center number, this is the information he got the next morning to confirm that this was the price that he was going to have to pay. He tried to escalate it, but they were in fact firm on it.
Well, after a couple of days, they responded saying that their management is aware of the issue and are actively working to resolve it. They assured him that they would also issue a refund. I mean, it's a good response.
It is a great response.
Because I would be very devastated if I got charged 280 dirhams for that. So
it is a great result. I just feel like sometimes there's always the fine print, and in other countries, you've got your government parking, and then you've got your private parking zones, parking centres, for example, that aren't owned by the government. And if you charge overnight, you know that you're in with a hefty fine. So I really appreciate how this specific parking association responded to this person and said that they would issue a refund because he happened to stay in overnight. I think that's amazing because I don't think it would happen everywhere. I
don't think he was really quite aware because that has happened like to me several times, but I did not get a fine. Thank God. 280 dirhams is not a small amount. Yeah, it might be a small amount to some people, but again, like would you pay that much for parking? That's a question. Like,
no, thank you.
Exactly. You wouldn't. However, of course, because of how I would say cooperative the parking zone is, they responded to him, and they are going to be giving him a refund, which is a great response.
And let's hope that's a trend that we continue to see for all of you if you happen to park in the wrong spot, because there are neighborhoods that are getting more parking fines, is that right?
Yes, of course, which I will be telling you about it. So 6 neighborhoods in Dubai are getting paid parking. So you guys need to be aware so that you can avoid the 280 dirhams fine, because the new developer-owned paid parking zones will be established in Arjan, Jeddah Waterfront, Al Safuh Gardens, Dubai Land, Residnts Complex, Majan, and of course as well, Liwan 1 and 2. They will be operational from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. Monday to Saturday. So you guys really need to be aware to avoid, as I said, the fines.
Now, take note, the new paid parking will add 7,456 spaces across the 6 communities and will be fully phased in by the end of July.
As well, if you are wondering how much it will cost, well, there are Zone A and Zone B, but let's talk about Zone A first. Zone A, which includes Arjan, Jeddah Waterfront, Al Safuh Gardens, and will be between 2 and 16 dirhams, according to the number of hours parked.
Then if you end up in Zone B, and all of this information, by the way, is on our Instagram feed. We posted it yesterday if you want to check it out for the specifics. Zone B includes Arjan, Majan, Liwan 1 and 2, Al Safuh Gardens, and there the charges are between 3 and 15 dirhams. I think we are unused to these extra little charges, and that's why it's hard to adjust. But I think when you look at other cities and look at the fees that people are paying for parking, these are relatively quite low. So let's take that as the blessing.
By the way, I like something that you said, that if you want to compare it to other cities and other countries, it is, relatively low. However, I think that they put all of these parking, they make all of these paid parkings and so on, because they want to really, I would say, like decrease the traffic for people. Because like, why would you want to park at like, at a place where you are getting paid if you live there? Because you do get like free parking where you live.
Generally, that is a really good point. But this is a developer owned parking rather than kind of a government suggestion. But you're right, paid parking would in areas reduce traffic, and that is a good point.
Exactly.
So maybe the developers are really thinking about our commute times and thinking we're trying to reduce that. I wonder. Let's jump into next story. Speaking of prices and relatively low prices, we're going to jump into our next story. We're talking all about space. 590,000 dirham space flight from Abu Dhabi goes on sale. Would you be on it? Forget the Maldives, forget Georgia, forget Jordan. You've got holidays in 2025, and if you had the cash, would you go to space?
Now, an Abu Dhabi space company is belting on space tourism and will offer flights to space, EOS X Space. Now, they say that they are leading the future of sustainable space tourism. They have hubs in Europe, States, and here in the UAE, it's a Spanish startup, and their aim is to take 10,000 people to the edge of space within the next 10 years.
Wow, what an incredible aim. The flights will take passengers, so if you've got 590k to spare, it could take you 40 kilometers above the Earth for 5 hours. I never really think I thought about how long a space journey would be, but it's 5 hours. You'll have, of course, the panoramic views for days, and they say it's onboard luxury all the way. This will be one of their maiden voyages. They'll take 8 passengers and 1 pilot in this spacecraft. It's a 2-hour ascent and a 2-hour cruise at peak altitude, and then a 1-hour descent. You'll have windows for panoramic views of space. There's a bathroom on board, adjustable mood lighting, and even an onboard bar. The prices start from 590,000 and they go up to 787,000 dirhams.
I mean, honestly, I would go. Would you go?
You would go on one of the maiden voyages?
Yeah, I would. I really would.
Even like, let's take the cash out. Let's take the cash out. Let's totally remove. We're not asking you to pay. A question to all of the audience. Would you go on a maiden voyage to space?
Oh, yes, I would. Would you? Wouldn't it be nice to go up and just like figure out the space and see planets and see the stars and see it all? I mean, you know what? I would actually, like ask for a gift. Like, oh yeah, give me a gift and take me to space.
Give me a gift? What are you talking about?
For example, like when I was like during my birthday, I wanted a gift to be
so you'd ask for this as a gift?
Skydiving, and I asked for it as a gift, and I got it as a gift, and maybe my next gift. If you want to level up your gift, I would say you can just like take me to space.
Who are you speaking to? But if interesting, so you'd actually go. You know what I think is interesting about these prices?
Yes.
And what? So it's from 590 to 787, and they mentioned they've got these panoramic window views on board. And I'm thinking it's like when you go up to. When you dine at a really fancy restaurant and they make you pay extra for the window seat, how annoyed would you be if you paid the 590 and you've got the person, like, it's 180k, they get the window seat and you're next to them and they've got all the photos and you're like beside them.
Can you please just like move a bit?
Yeah,
I just want to take some pictures. But I would go for the experience. It's amazing, wouldn't you want to see the stars? Wouldn't you want to see a shooting star? Wouldn't you want to see the planets?
It's too soon. It's too soon. Yeah. And I see nice pictures on Instagram. AI is great. It can show me. I can go onto a VR simulator. If this was really common and there was you just look back at previous stories recently. We had there was the tragic death of the submarine, and it was a similar. But that's where my fear goes. That it's too soon for me as a cautious cat to get on that flight. But brave people, like 100%, probably an amazing experience. But I'm just not one of those people.
I mean, you know what? The thing is, like, I love the adrenaline rush. I live on it. Literally, I just like love being like, whoa, yalla, fast. You have to do this and that, and I love it. It makes me feel alive. And honestly, I would go. Okay. Even if I know for a fact that it's dangerous and I might end up in like submarine number 2, but like in space.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. But I would still I would come back and I'd be like, oh yeah, I want space.
Okay.
You guys, I'm better than you.
There's 2 types of people in this world. Let's do an office whip round to get Farah to space. Or maybe EOS X Space will be watching and they'll want to
take me.
They'll want to take Farah.
I'll take stories.
Good stories.
I take stories, yeah.
If you would like to save your dirhams to get to space, we've got the next lady on the show to show us how. We're going to be joined by Kashmira Motiwalla, VP of Group Loyalty at Majid Al Futtaim, talking all about customer loyalty. Do stay tuned. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Kashmira Motiwalla is VP of Group Loyalty at Majid Al Futtaim. She has over 30 years of experience in customer loyalty. She developed Share, which is a digital-first platform uniting Majid Al Futtaim's ecosystem with a unified currency, and helped establish the Emirates Skywards program. She was awarded the 2024 Global Loyalty Leaders Award. Her work emphasizes customer choice, flexibility, driving significant revenue growth and industry accolades. And she's here to tell us all about it. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having Share on the show.
Absolutely. We're excited to dive right in.
Thank you so much for being here. So if you can just please, my first question is if you can explain what a customer loyalty program is and how it typically works.
Sure. So typically these are programs by retail organizations, airlines, hotels that are very much about customer engagement. It's about giving customers incentives to engage with them. The more it is about attracting customers and retaining customers. And so once you join a customer loyalty program, the company starts to know a little about you, and in return for that, they'll give you rewards, where they could be in the form of points, could be in the form of discounts, it could be in the form of benefits, but it's meant to be a mutually beneficial relationship. So the more you engage with the brand, and hence the loyalty part, the more you benefit from it. And that's essentially it in a nutshell.
So let's talk about the benefits. What are the benefits of joining a loyalty program like Share for many of us who are just looking to save money?
Oh, where do I start? So many. I think core to most loyalty programs is it's all about value, right? And value could be different for you, could be different for you. A value could be about rewards, could be about discounts, could be about benefits, could be about the company really understanding you and therefore giving you a more personalized service. So at Share, I think one of the things that is core to us is we have a currency, a loyalty currency. It's Share Points, and it's at the core of everything that we do. It unites the whole Majid Al Futtaim ecosystem. So our malls, our cinemas, our all the food courts. It unites everything. And the most important thing about Share is the more you spend with us, the more you get back. But importantly, you get it on everyday spend. So whether it's your groceries, whether it's you going in and getting a new luxury handbag or your new glasses or sunglasses as you're going off, eventually it'll be about travel. So everything that you spend on, you get value back. You get value up to about 8% if you engage with our co-branded credit card too. So that's really the most important part, is use it all the time. Use it for your everyday, because every day you go about doing your business as you normally do, but you're getting value back. And that's typical, that's one of the most core elements. If you're a frequent flyer, you have that with the airline. So it is about the value that you get back. At Share, we also recognize our customers. So there are special events for them. You have first access to sales or to previews. We've got something called insider events, which is for our top tiered members. So you recognize them because they are the most valuable customers to us. So we give them a lot back in return for that. But it is about creating, it is a membership at the end of the day. You are in a special group of customers that we want to provide the best benefits to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I mean, speaking of shopping and going to the cinema and all of the things that I love, so what are some of the popular brands and partners I can earn rewards with through Share?
Okay. You're, of course, familiar with the Majid Al Futtaim malls, which is a mall of the Emirates, and any of the city centre malls, Dera, Mardif, any in the Northern Emirates, anywhere. So we've got about 5,000 stores at which you can earn points. So whether you're I'm going to try and not be partial to too many brands, but so for example, do you like Lululemon?
Love Lululemon.
There you go. You can earn points at Lululemon.
Are we that crazy? How did you know?
And you just got engaged. You're going to be setting up home very soon. So Crate and Barrel, CB2, groceries, your everyday groceries, Carrefour. You get points across everything. Our cinemas, Vox, we talked about. Every single store. You go get your Costa coffee. You get it on your Costa coffee or any coffee. You go dine in any of our restaurants. You get it on that. You go, like I was saying, buy some jewelry. You get it on that. It doesn't matter. Anything and everything in our malls, you get points on.
Wow.
And with brands like Carrefour, Vox, Lululemon, wherever they are in the United Arab Emirates, you get points on that. So the most important thing is make sure so it's very easy. It's in the palm of your hand. So we have an app. We were a digital first, probably one of the first digital first retail loyalty programs. So you just take your app. There are two things that I'll talk to you about in a minute. But you simply tap and you get your points.
So I've got my app, and I feel like you're the lady to ask this question. Let's talk savings hacks. Okay. What can I do to maximize my earnings if I'm shopping?
Right. The first thing that I said to you, absolutely make sure you've got this on hand. We've got something called, we've got a digital wallet called SharePay. Now, you can put your own, any credit card that you have, but if you get the Share Fab credit card, you earn up to 8% more. So I mean, you really earn a significant amount of money, and that's why I would say the best hack is get the credit card, because that gives you 7 to 8 times more points, right? And make sure that you put your credit card into our wallet, which is SharePay, because anytime you go to the store, all you've got to do is tap to either pay, earn, and if you eventually want to use your points, burn. We do have the ability to receipt scan. We do have the ability to just scan the Share ID, but SharePay is really the best way to go. It's really, really simple. You go, you load it, and it gets loaded into your Apple Wallet or your Google Pay wallet, whatever wallets you have, and it's just one simple tap. So that's the best thing, and alongside that is the ShareFab credit card. That will get you the most money. Trust me, it'll go really, really fast.
Well, can you share with us some examples of how people saved significantly through Share?
I'll start with me.
Oh.
I bought this through my SharePoints, my Apple Watch. I got my iPad through my SharePoint. So there are 2 types of collectors.
Wow.
Somebody that hoards and then pays, that's me, or somebody who uses their points every day. So we have a lot of customers that will just go, when they go buy their groceries, they'll continue to use their points as currency. So at the end of the day, that's what it really is. It's a currency. We want Share points to be used as a currency. There is no, if you have 10 points, which is 1 dirham, you can use it. So there's no limit, there's no upper limit, there's no lower limit. We want customers to be able to use it where they want to use it, when they want to use it, without creating any hurdles. So you don't have to wait. Most airline programs, you've got to wait a fair amount of time before you can use your miles. My previous team at Skywards would probably hate me for saying that, but that's the reality. We built Share in such a way so that it was flexible, so that it was part of your everyday life. And that's why you use it as a currency. If you want to save it for something really, really special. I have a colleague who bought his entire outdoor dining set with his Share points because he saved for about, if I tell you how long he saved, it will give away how much he spent, so I won't do that. But it really is very, very individual.
That's incredible to see the life use cases on your hand. But speaking of use cases, joining and using it, is it easy? And what are the steps that I would need to do to actually start earning those rewards? Oh,
it's very simple. Barcodes wherever you can get them, or just go on to Google's Play Store or Apple and just look for Share Rewards. Okay. Download the app. It'll take you a few seconds. And then this is very simple, quick registration. That's it. And then you use it wherever you go. I would encourage you to set up SharePay as soon as you can, because that's just an instant mechanism. And what it does do is then you don't have to worry about remembering, oh God, I have 5 receipts to scan. You start from day one and you just tap, you pay, you earn your points immediately. So that's, it's very, very simple. And it's intentional. You don't want to create hurdles for somebody to join you and engage with you. And that's the most important thing. I think the most important thing is, how is our customer engaging? So what we want is to be our customer's life partner and help them get value in everything that they do. And that's really where Majid Al Futtaim, if you know a lot more about Majid Al Futtaim, our owner's vision was about creating great moments for everyone every day. And at Share, we try and make sure we do that. We try and make sure we do that with the people you love. So points can be given to the people that you love. There's a very simple mechanism where you can transfer points. You can come together as a family and earn points, so you're accelerating the pace at which you earn points. So there's just very, very many. We want it as flexible as possible because that's what you need in life. You need flexibility and choice.
Agreed. So is there like any fine print we need to be aware of?
No. And
good question.
It may come back to haunt us at some point in time, but as I mentioned earlier, I think we were very particular about creating a program that was about giving customer choice, giving them the flexibility, which is why I mentioned, I said that there is no limit in terms of how many points you can spend. There is no lower threshold that you have to collect a certain number of points before you spend them. It's 1 dirham, so it's 10 points. So it's pretty simple. Even when you talk about transferring points, most loyalty programs will charge you for transferring points from one person to another. But we initially, when we started, we had that amongst the family group, because you can create a family group and share points across. That's been really great for parents who want to give points to their kids, so that they've got currency in their wallets. They don't have to give them additional cash. You can just use that to spend. But when COVID took place many, many years ago, one of the things that we were getting from our customers was that they really wanted to be able to share their points with people they felt were in need. And so we did that. We opened it up. We didn't charge for transferring points then, because we felt that was the least we could do to give back to society. And that's still the case. Fingers crossed.
Beautiful, true meaning of share. Is there anything kind of exciting news coming up at Share that we may not be aware of as an audience?
I'd say look at our pages all the time, because we constantly have new things. We use technology in a very significant way. So because it's all about life moments and it's about engagement, what we tend to do is use technology to make our journeys much more easy. So you'll soon see things about, for example, if you buy a gift card, you can buy your gift cards right online. And soon you'll be able to transfer them to whoever you want online, so you don't have to walk into wait at a kiosk, etc. We'll give you the opportunity to do things like pay in installments, etc. So there's a lot of the things that are coming across. But as it stands today, I think the most important message that I would give to everybody out there is that Share is really about rewards being all around you. You can pay for your cinema ticket either with cash, or you can pay for it with share points. You can pay for your next luxury purchase with cash or with your share points. Of course, you've got to gather a fair amount of them, but we're also launching elements like something, it's called top up. So you can find a way of topping up your points. We'll give you a little extra. So we want to make this easy for people to use, and we want them to engage with us every single day. And it goes beyond just our immediate ecosystem too. So for example, we partner with Smiles. If you've got Smiles points, you can tip them into Share. So if you've got Etihad points, you can tip them into Share. So there's lots, and we are also partnering with Urban Company. So when you spend with them, you earn Share points. It'll continue to grow. So all I might say is look out for all the new changes or the new developments we have on our pages, because we'll constantly be telling you about it. Does that help?
Keep an eye on
does.
social.
I mean,
Yes,
I for sure will be downloading that after the show.
You're not a Share member yet?
I mean, my parents are, but I'm not.
Oh,
so
we have to change that. We're not we're not leaving
For
without
sure.
you downloading
I will for
that.
sure be downloading that as soon as we're done. But, there's a huge interest in credit cards and loyalty programs. So how is a reward app like Share different to other products?
A little about what I said before. I think the biggest thing is that you can spend as little or as much as you want. But most importantly, I think the most significant thing about Share is the Majid Futtaim ecosystem, because it really touches your everyday life. So whether you're buying your groceries, you want to go to the movies, you want to go to Ski Dubai, you want to get your next kit from Lululemon for your exercise classes, you want to get your nails done at one of the spas there, it doesn't matter. It's about your everyday life. And wouldn't you rather spend it in a place where you're getting value back? And I think that is the most significant element about Share versus most of the other reward programs that you have there, because there's flexibility. You can use it whenever you want. You don't have to wait to accrue. And you can use it across a very, very large ecosystem. So you can, whether it's shopping, dining, leisure, groceries, doesn't matter. I could keep going on, so I'll pause at that and see if you've got any other questions.
Well, I did want to jump in and ask about the tech behind the product. How has it evolved, I guess, to help people track their rewards?
Okay, it was really interesting. I was with some, funny enough, my ex-colleagues last evening, and one of the girls said something to me. She said, I bet you I know a hack about your program that you didn't know. I said, really?
Go on.
And she said, I couldn't find my receipts. So she was trying to get a refund on something, and obviously she needed a receipt to refund, and she couldn't. And so she said, I went into my share transaction page, and because if you receipt scan, we keep a copy of the receipt.
Okay.
So if you you don't have to worry about keeping paper receipts. The receipt's there, but and we'll keep developing that capability if we find that our customers really want to do that. But for me, the best technology piece that we've really got is SharePay, because it makes life so much easier. You just literally, once you've connected your credit card, all you've got to do is tap. You pay, you earn, and then when you want to burn your points, you don't have to go and get a gift card, etc. You just do it. So for us, one of the other areas, I guess, in terms of technology, we think that fintech is a part of life. And if you look at the way digital payment products, etc., have grown, I think loyalty and fintech are coming to closer and closer every day. So watch that space from our side, because we will have lots of good news on that front in a few days. Sure. But we'll be sure to tell you about it. But it is basically, it's what I was talking about: installment payments and digital.
Seamless transactions, it sounds like super amazing.
It is. You picked the right word. It's about ease of use. It's about being seamless, so that you don't have to. We all have enough things to worry about in our day-to-day life. The last thing is, let me stack up all my receipts so that I can scan them or forget to scan them when I get back home. But if you do scan them, we have the capability, like my friend was telling me, of helping you find an old receipt. So, yeah.
It really is interesting. So, like the holiday season just finished. Is there a particular time of the year where would you say that we can get better earnings from Share?
When can we say more?
When is like the time that we should?
So you will always have the opportunity to earn from Share. So there's never a bad time. But typically, as key seasons come up, if it's in the winter season, we have our anniversary in September. So we always animate the program. So we drip feed through the year. So there's no one time that is best. But I think the secret is about doing it consistently. Because I mean, if you said, "Oh, great, you got this Apple Watch," that's because without fail, whenever I go to buy anything, I go into malls and I tap my phone every single place. That's
Love this so much, guys. Saving money hacks in Dubai. We all need them. That was Kashmira Motiwalla, VP of Group Loyalty at Majid Al Futtaim. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you for having us here.
Not at all. Great chat. Thank you, Farah. We're back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Have a brilliant day.